Hey everybody, welcome back to Through the LenZ podcast where we sit down with some students from Generation Z to try to understand the world better through their perspective. My name is Trevor and I've been a youth pastor for over 10 years and gotten to know that when you sit down with teenagers, there's a lot that we can learn from them. As always, Michaela is with me. So Michaela, what are we talking about today?
Yeah, so today we are talking about sibling dynamics and just getting kind of an idea of what your relationship with your siblings is like and sort of what that looks like for you. So if you want to go ahead and introduce yourselves and then tell us like who your siblings are, like where you are in the sibling lineup.
I'm the second child out of 4. I have an older sister that's 15. I have a younger brother that's 12, and I have a younger sister that's 11.
I'm Keegan. I have a... Is he 17 now? 16-year-old brother. No, he's still 16. 16-year-old older brother. I'm 14, and I have an 11-year-old younger sister.
So both middle children, which is kind of what we're talking about today, the dynamics of being a middle child, which Michaela and I both have siblings. Neither of us are
Middle children.
the middle sibling.
Loser.
We're both the youngest, so like we're the most loved, I think is what that's supposed to be, right?
The one that our parents had us and then like we got what we wanted, so we're done.
The most annoying.
How are you guys similar, like your siblings, and how are you different?
Me and my brother are both pretty competitive. We both do music and stuff. We both play multiple sports. Outside of that, I don't
So you guys have a
really know.
lot of similar interests.
Yeah,
But like
sure.
personality-wise, are you guys
Personality-wise,
similar?
we're pretty different. No,
Okay.
we're very different.
Okay.
How so?
I'm way more of an extrovert. Like I just like being around people until they get annoying, and then I want to go home. But
Fair.
like I'll talk to most people. I have so many friends, it's insane. Like I just know so many people.
He's just
I'm not, like, yeah,
many
I
friends.
know everyone.
So what about
This is the
your
fake me.
sister?
Um,
You guys have anything in common?
we're probably more similar personality-wise, just because she's pretty quiet around adults, and I can be if I feel like it. But like around her friends, she opens up more and gets more energetic.
Okay, so she's a lot more social.
Yeah,
Than-
but it's only in
than
like
your
the
brother.
right settings, I guess.
I think that's true of a lot of younger. Like as you get older, you grow more out of that.
Yeah.
But
Mhm.
So what about you? How are you similar or different than your siblings?
I feel like it's the same as Keegan. Like my older sister, she's like not super social and has like maybe like a couple friends, and then I feel like I'm more like outgoing and extroverted than all my other siblings. And then my little sister and my little brother, I feel like are a bit similar in this situation where they're like kind of uncomfortable around adults, but like around their friends, they like talk and do whatever.
Do you guys find you have more like similar interests, or you are interested in a lot of different things than your siblings?
For me and my little sister, we both do softball and volleyball, so I guess that's one of
Okay.
the main things. But me and my older sister have like no similar
Right.
interests at all. And then like my brother, I play softball and he plays baseball, and that's about it.
Okay.
And then me and Nora really don't have any of the same interest. She dances. I hate dancing.
I think you'd be a good dancer though, dude.
Dude, I suck at dancing.
Ballet.
Prove it.
I can barely walk.
Prove
in a
it
straight
right now.
line, and you want me to dance? Wait, really? I will.
No.
He said, I'll do
I
it.
think if you stand up, you'll be off the camera, so it won't really work out.
Maybe on that camera.
I think it'd be like cut off here though.
Yeah.
That's good.
Anyway.
They won't see the immense pain
Yeah,
in my
immense pain.
eyes.
The immense pain of us watching you.
Yeah.
What are, in your guys' opinions, what are some of the good and bad things about having siblings? Like, do you enjoy having siblings, or what about it frustrates you? How are your relationships with your siblings?
Having siblings can be fun because like you can pass the blame for a lot of things.
Okay.
Like I
Is this
get
confession time?
Number one reason to
a
have a
little bit.
sibling.
I get in trouble for quite a bit of stuff. Like I take the blame most of the time. Like if the dogs don't go out,
Are you responsible most of the time?
No. Not at all.
So you take the blame, and you shouldn't get the blame.
It's 50-50.
Okay.
So like some of the stuff is me, yeah, but like some of the stuff the other siblings could do, but they don't. So like it's still I could do it, but we don't. So like even if it is me that does something, I can somehow figure out to get it off of me and onto another sibling, which my parents have picked up on. So it's been a rough summer.
This is really like getting some stuff out
know.
of Keegan. I just feel like he really had a lot of this on
This
his
quarter has
chest.
to cut a lot
He
of
just
things
really
and
needed to
you're
get
gonna be
us off.
grounded.
This quarantine has been rough for me, man.
The thing that frustrates me the most is like having to be around them 24/7 and living
Yes.
with them. But like if they were like next door, I feel like it would be like so much better.
So if they were your neighbors, you'd be good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can definitely learn from like because my brother's going to college in a couple years, or I guess next year. He's been preparing for this for a while, so like I can prepare myself for that by like looking at how he's done it, how he's emailed schools about it, so I can like look at how he did it and set myself up for that.
It's great to have an older sibling, I think, who you
Oh, yeah,
can learn a lot from in their journey. And I would agree. I think watching my older sister, I was able to learn.
The smart one.
She's smart.
The
We
smart
weren't
one.
that far apart in age, though, so like I was only a year behind her. But still, you could learn what to do and what not to do. You watch them get in trouble, and like, I shouldn't do that.
But I still do. That's the thing.
Yeah. I
I'm
got in more
dumb.
trouble than she did, so I didn't learn anything, I guess.
Sorry, Trevor. The scary thing is like, I'm Nora's older sibling, I guess, and like potentially I could rub off on her, which terrifies me, cause like there's sometimes I can be a complete idiot, and I don't want Nora to be an idiot like me. Nora, I'm sorry. It's like good luck, Charlie. I should start recording.
You should start making video diaries for
start-
Nora.
recording all of
Nora,
my
I'm
mistakes
sorry.
in life and send them to my sister.
No, but actually, that was one of our questions, and I'm curious what you would say too, Lucy. Like having younger siblings, obviously Trevor and I don't know what that's like being the youngest, but do you ever feel any of that pressure to like live up to a certain standard, to set a good example or anything like that, or not really?
I feel like for school-wise, like my sister does pretty well, and my older sister does pretty well in school, so I kind of feel pressured to like do as good as her. And then for my little sister, like I feel like I'm pressuring her to be good in sports because she's like starting volleyball, and I've been playing volleyball for a while, and she just feels pressured to do that. Probably.
Is it weird to have an older and a younger sibling dynamic?
I mean, yeah, especially when we were younger, because when we were younger, me and Isaac used to argue a lot just because we were super competitive and we would go at each other. And then I would get angry, and sometimes I would take it out on Nora, and then I would feel bad, and I had to think, I can't do that. It's different because, like, you can't get angry at your younger sibling as much as your older sibling gets, like, the older sibling gets angry at the middle child.
So it's almost like, is it like chickens that have like the pecking order, right?
Yeah, pretty much.
It's
Did
like
you
the
just
sibling
compare
pecking
siblings to chickens
Yes.
with pecking order?
I'm
Yeah.
a chicken.
What the heck?
Well, like whoever's
What
in
does that
charge
mean?
like picks on the one below them, and then they pick on
Really?
someone down the line, and then I think it's chickens.
But then the youngest, like,
Just gets beat up?
Yeah.
I guess.
Oh, she doesn't get beat
I don't feel
protected
beat
by my
up.
parents.
Yeah.
She's 100% protected by my parents.
But no, I think what you're saying is true though, because it's like you feel like you can't really fight with
Yeah.
the older siblings, so then you are agitated, so you pick on younger siblings. Yeah, that's an
and there's
interesting.
sometimes I would try and fight back with Isaac and just get my butt whooped.
Yeah,
It's not pretty.
yeah.
I feel that.
Do you have any? No, just like favorite like moments or stories with your siblings.
Me and Isaac like playing sports together. We play a lot of basketball together. It's a lot more enjoyable now that I can beat him. So I don't think he likes it as much
How long did that take?
for me to finally start beating him in
Yeah.
basketball. 13 years.
Okay.
Years.
he beat me for like I started actually like taking basketball seriously probably when I was like 8. So he was 10 years old and he would just drive around me, make me look stupid. So now that I'm taller than him and I play more consistently, I make him look stupid sometimes.
There you go.
And
Sometimes.
yeah,
Sometimes.
He's a lot better dribbler than I am, so it obviously makes me look stupider when I can't defend that. But I just back him down because I'm so much taller than him. He's still stronger than me, though.
When I was younger, I slipped on a piece of paper and broke my leg.
Wait, hang on.
What? Hold up. You slipped on
Best
paper?
memory I have with my
And I was sitting there crying because I broke my leg, and my sister laughed at me for a straight 10 minutes.
She know you broke your leg?
No.
Did she feel bad about it later?
Yeah,
Okay. So that's your fondest memory.
one of them.
One of them.
That was a very unexpected story there.
Yeah, she's like, when I broke my leg. I'm like, what? Where is this
I've
going?
broken anything, so that's cool.
Do you feel like your parents like treat you different than your siblings, either in a good way or a bad way?
They treat me pretty equally now. Back when I was younger, when I was like learning to do the dishes and stuff, I would mess up a lot because I just didn't want to do it. So like, I would like have to learn how to do it, relearn, learn again. But now that we're all older and like we understand how to do stuff, they treat us pretty equally and stuff.
Okay.
So,
So you felt like it was a healthy dynamic of like when you were younger, getting a little more grace, and now being
Yeah.
held to a similar standard.
now that I'm older, they hold me to higher standards,
Right.
which is good because it's just preparing me for life.
I feel like it's different for my family. Like, my parents, like, mend their, like, parentings to each of our, like, personalities. Like, I feel like my older sister doesn't listen to, like, people like telling her what to do as good as if like someone was like, oh, you should do this. She likes people telling her to do stuff instead of like yelling at her to do stuff. But then I'm just like, if you tell me to do something, I don't really care that much. So you kind of have to like repeat things.
Yeah.
So I like remember and like I forget a lot of things. So I guess they like mend it for each of our personalities.
Yeah, I think that's really good. We definitely have to, I mean, you have to realize the way people need to be taught things. What does it take to keep a healthy relationship with older and younger siblings?
Competition. Everything is a competition.
Really?
Yes.
Can you explain?
Basically, prove who is the superior sibling.
And that
So
makes
it's like
it healthy.
the
For
pecking
sure.
order thing again?
Pecking order.
Here we go back to the chickens.
The chickens. Back to the
Whoever
chickens.
does the most laundry in the week is better than the other.
Wow.
Is this an actual thing that happens?
No.
I would say, I want to know.
None
I
of
mean,
us do
maybe. I don't know.
laundry.
It's not.
You're lying here.
If it was, our house would be spotless.
Maybe you should
I
try
think
that.
you'd lose, though.
I'd still lose. I just get so
That's
mad.
so
I'd
funny.
like start beating up on the washing machine.
So you're saying, like, the competition helps, like, make you better, though?
Yeah, it helps us like grow, I guess.
Okay, so you push each other.
Mm-hmm, for
Yeah.
sure.
Okay.
Isaac's really, really smart. He's very smart. He was valedictorian in 8th grade. So, like, it pushes me to try harder in school just so I can, like, show I'm not the dumb sibling. I'll push myself to try and do better in school just
Okay.
because I know he can do well. So, like, why
Right.
can't I?
I feel like it's like competition, like Keegan said, and also like knowing like their personalities and like knowing like who they are, because definitely my little sister, she like does not like if you yell at her or like tell her to do anything, she'll do it, but like she like doesn't take that very well. And
Yeah, I
Definitely
think
what
that's
Lucy
important.
said, like, learning their personalities. Because Isaac is not a very talkative person. So, like, when I was younger, I used to badger him a lot. Just ask him a question after question, he would get mad. Now I just know, let him do his own thing. Nora, I'm still figuring out.
Do you guys enjoy that you have multiple siblings?
Yes. Because you won't get the same topic, like, same conversation. Like, you talk about, like, the same topic with my brother and my sister, but the conversations would go very different.
So
Just
you
because
enjoy,
how
like, the different perspectives and things?
Yeah.
Okay. What would you say to adults as trying to navigate the multiple sibling dynamic?
like everyone's different, like no one's even close to the same. Like no one is able to like comprehend like what you're saying as well as someone else.
You can't expect the same thing out of each sibling. Like, you give them all the same task. Everything's going to be different. Have fun with your kids. Don't be, like, super over the top. Like, my parents aren't, but I know parents who are.
Yeah.
Like, super strict and stuff. So, like, just, like, be loose with your kids and, like, let them have their own experiences, but, like, still guide them. Let them make their own mistakes. Let them take responsibilities, but still be there to guide them.
It's really important, even not as just a parent, but like to understand that all people are different and need to be treated differently and have different expectations. And I think that's really important. It's cool that you guys understand that and have learned that because of your sibling dynamic. And I think that's something that takes people a lot of times a long time to learn. And so I think the sooner you can learn that, the easier you can interact. And so you guys are probably further ahead socially because you've learned that lesson as a middle school student. Which
And
is
because
really
Keegan has so many friends.
Yes, I
Yeah,
have
that's
the most.
so-
Yes, I have so many friends.
Yes.
You guys took that the wrong way.
No,
All right,
it was
you
bad.
said it. You said
I was just saying,
I
I
have
know a lot of people.
so many friends.
I
Like
just
you didn't
saying.
say I have a lot of friends. You said I have so many.
But like, I didn't mean it like that. I just meant like,
We'll
I
replay
know.
the tape for you.
I have so many friends, it's insane.
I'll
I
send you
just,
a
I
video.
just
Keep
meant
that.
I know a lot of people. Like, that's all I meant.
Great.
That's all.
But
I
you don't
said.
have friends.
You want to roll our outro?
Some of them are friends. Yes, this was the Gen Z podcast talking about middle children.
This was Through the Lens with
Yes.
Keegan and Lucy Fisher.
Up top. Yeah.
We're out.